Okay, guys, so after discussing this exercise, which is about boys and girls, now I think it's the time just to take a look at this page. Now, I need you to take a look at this picture, guys, and can you find the person who is in this picture?
Yes.
Where is it?
عم تتسلق.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Now, is this person a man or a woman?
I think it's a girl.
It's what?
A girl.
It's a girl. Thank you so much. Okay. Yes, you're right. So this is the person that is existed in this picture. Let's try to figure out the story about this girl. Now, this girl, guys, is called Tilly Parkins. Now, we have a recording. We have to listen to this recording. Now, the tiny figure is Tilly Parkins from Sydney, Australia. She's one of the world's greatest climbers. So let's listen to the interview about this figure because we have to answer these questions. Now, the question number one is saying, where does Tilly train in the week? 2. What's her job? 3. Was it difficult to climb Moon Hill Crag? The next question is, who is Adam Pretty? Finally, why does Tilly go rock climbing? So let's listen to her story and let's answer these questions. Now, the recording is 8.1. So let me start the recording and please listen carefully. So this is Unit 8 and this is recording 1.
Unit 8, Tape Script 8.1. Interview with Tilly Parkins.
Tilly, I'm sure you have to be very fit and strong to go climbing. How often do you have to train?
I don't have to train every day, just 2 or 3 times a week. That's enough. I go to the gym. At the weekend, I try to get out of the city onto rock, but sometimes I have to work at the hospital.
What do you do at the hospital?
I'm a cardiac technologist. I help doctors treat people with heart diseases.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. The photograph of Moon Hill Crag is amazing. Was it a difficult climb?
Difficult and very beautiful.
I can see that. It's like a painting. What time of day was it?
It was just after dawn. I had to climb very early in the morning. You can't climb later in the day. It's too hot, over 35 degrees Celsius.
Who took the photograph?
A brilliant sports photographer called Adam Pretty.
He's a brave man.
Oh, he didn't have to climb with me. He took the photo from a nearby tourist spot.
Wise man. Rock climbing is such a dangerous sport, and you've climbed in some of the most difficult places in the world. Why do you do it?
It's what I love doing. It's my life. It's who I am.
Okay, so after listening to the story of Tilly Parkins, now I think it's the time to start solving the questions. Question number 1. Where does she train in the week?
She trained in gym
She trains in the gym. Thank you so much.
3 times.
3 times a week. Okay, now question number 2. What's her job?
She works in the hospital
Technology.
for the person who have heart disease.
Who has
Heart disease.
heart diseases?
Yes.
Okay. Question number 3. Was it difficult to climb Moon Hill Crag?
No, very beautiful.
Okay, so
Because it's early in morning and high degrees, 38 degrees, I think.
Why in the morning, Jamila or Rayan?
من جميلة.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm talking to Rayan. You said in the morning. Why in the
Yeah,
morning?
because she going early.
Uh-huh. Yeah, early in the morning. But why? Why not at noon, for
Because
example?
the temperature no, the decrease of temperature يعني الحرارة.
Is high.
Yes,
Okay. So the next question is, who is Adam Pretty?
her photographer.
Yeah, sport photographer, exactly. Finally,
Yes,
why does Tilly go rock climbing?
because she loves climbing, and
Climb.
who is her? Who is
Mm,
she? Sorry.
So this is who is she? This is who is she? Okay. Or you mean this is who
Yes,
she is?
yes, and
Okay.
she loves climbing.
She loves climbing. Yes, thank you so much. This is what, Jamila? Rayan,
Raya
holy God. Yes, this is what?
climbing.
Climbing, exactly. Okay, thank you so much. So approximately you have solved these questions. Okay, so it's not the end. Now let me scroll down to the next exercise. Okay, now guys, here we have to complete the lines from the interview with words in the box. The words that we have in the box are have to, don't have to, do you, have to, had to, didn't have to, and can't. So we have to use these words in the blanks with this exercise. Let's try to solve it before we listen to the recording. Number one is solved for us. I'm sure you have to be very fit and strong to go climbing. Two, how often? Train.
How often do you have to train?
How often do you have to train? Okay, so let me write, do you have to? How often do you have to train? Okay, three,
I have to.
I have to train. Okay, so I have to. I have to train every day. Okay, just 2 or 3 times a week. That's enough. Sometimes I work at the hospital at the weekend.
Don't have to.
Sometimes I don't have to work at the hospital at the weekend.
I can't.
I can't.
I can't work. Okay, so let me say I can't. We have a recording. Five, I climb very early in the morning. We can use a certain
Mister,
word.
number three, I can't train every day.
I can't train every day.
Yes. Number
Uh-huh.
four, sometimes I have to work.
Okay, so let me write can't because we have 2 answers now. And what did you say, Ryan? Number 4 is what? Have to?
Yes.
Uh-huh. I have to work at the hospital. Okay. Okay, what about 5? I climbed very early in the morning.
I had to climb.
I had to climb or have to. Okay, I had to. I had to climb very early in the morning. 6. You climb later in the day. It's too hot.
You don't have to climb later in the day.
Okay, so let me write don't have to. And we are going to check that later. So don't have to. Okay, now finally, he climbed with me. He took the photo.
You didn't
I
have to
didn't
climb
have
with
to.
me.
Uh-huh, so because we have took, which is
Yes,
in the
the past.
past, he didn't have to.
Yes.
He didn't have to climb with me. Have to climb with me. Okay, so I think now it's the time just to listen to the recording, just to check our answers if we have any mistakes. It is the same recording, which is 8.1. So let's play it again.
Unit 8, Tape Script 8.1. Interview with Tilly Parkins.
Tilly, I'm sure you have to be very fit and strong to go climbing. How often do you have to train?
Amazing.
I don't have to train every day, just two.
What?
I don't know.
I don't have to. So I don't have to train every day. So I have to say don't have to. Do not have to.
Teacher, number 6 فينا نغيرها you can't climb later.
You can't climb later. Okay, let me write can't. And absolutely, we are listening to the recording. We are going to check that. So we can't. Okay, so we corrected 3. Now let's complete listening to check the rest of your answers.
2 or 3 times a week. That's enough. I go to the gym. At the weekend, I try to get out of the city onto Rock, but sometimes I have to work at the hospital.
What do
So sometimes I have
I
to.
have
Oh, bravo. I have to work at the hospital at the weekend.
you do at the hospital?
I'm a cardiac technologist. I help doctors treat people with heart diseases.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. The photograph of Moon Hill Crag is amazing. Was it a difficult climb?
Difficult and very beautiful.
I can see that. It's like a painting. What time of day was it?
It was just after dawn. I had to climb very early in the morning.
That's amazing. I had to climb very early in the morning. It is correct. Now 6.
You can't climb later in the day. It's too hot.
So
you can.
you can't. Exactly. So you can't climb later in the day because it's too hot. Now finally 7.
Over 35 degrees Celsius.
Who took the photograph?
A brilliant sports photographer called Adam Pretty.
He's a brave man.
Oh, he didn't have to climb with me. He took the photo from a nearby tourist spot.
Wise man. Rock climbing is such a dangerous sport, and you've climbed in some of the most difficult places in the world. Why do you do it?
It's what I love doing. It's my life. It's who I am.
Okay, so thank you so much, guys. Now it's the time just to check and solve the next exercise. The next exercise is saying, let's complete the questions and answers about Tilly. So 1, how often does she have to
Train.
train? Because 2 or 3 times a week. So how often does she have to train? Two or 3 times a week. Now 2. She work at the weekends. Yes, she does sometimes.
Does she have a work at weekend?
Does she have? Bravo. Does. Does she have what? Does she have work at weekends?
A work, yes.
Guys, don't forget the 2. All the time now, when we are using the have, we have to use it with 2. Okay? So
Yes,
does
2.
she, yes, so does she have to work at the weekend? Okay. Now, yes, she does sometimes. 3. Why she climbed Moon Hill Crag just
Why does she have to climb?
why what?
Why does
Mhm.
she
Uh-huh.
climb to have to, sorry.
Bravo. Why does she have to climb after dawn? Okay, because later it gets hot and you climb in the heat.
You can't?
You can't, bravo, you can't climb in the heat.
Teacher, it's wrong to say can't.
No, it's correct to say can't. But the British accent, Ryan or Jamila, you have to say can't.
Okay. Can't
Yeah.
or can't.
Exactly. Can't is in the British accent and can't is in the American one.
Okay. Okay.
Now 4. Adam have to the rock.
Did Adam have to climb the rock?
Now in the past. Okay. Did Adam have
Did
to what?
Adam
Uh-huh. Have to what?
To climb.
To
climb?
climb the rock. So did
He
Adam?
didn't.
Uh-huh. No, he
He didn't have to.
no, he didn't have to. No, he didn't have to. He took, this is in the past, thank you so much, the photo from from a tourist spot. Now let's listen just to check your answers because maybe you have a certain mistake. It is 8.2. So let me play the recording and let me check your answers.
Tape script 8.2. 1,
How often does she have to train?
2 or 3 times a week?
2,
Does she have to work at weekends?
Amazing.
Yes, she does sometimes.
3.
3,
Why did she have to climb Moonhill Crag just after dawn?
Why what?
Why did?
Why did she have to? Exactly, in the past. Something happened in the past. So why did she? Okay.
Because later it gets too hot and you can't climb in the heat.
4,
Couldn't.
Did
What?
Miss Al couldn't.
Okay, let me go back a little bit in the recording just to check the answer again.
You can't climb in the heat.
Again, wait. Let me go back a little bit. Okay.
Why did she have to climb Moonhill Crag just after dawn?
Because later it gets too hot and you can't climb in the heat.
So you can't.
4,
Did Adam have to climb the rock?
No, he didn't. He took the photo from a tourist spot.
So, in answering the yes or no question, you have to stick only with the auxiliary. No, he didn't. So, he took the photo from a tourist spot. Okay, thank you guys. This is it. Now, let's discuss the grammar spot. Now, in the grammar spot, guys, have to plus infinitive. Don't forget that infinitive is the verb 0. You have to add nothing to the end of the verb. No S, no ES, no IES, no D, ED, IED, even no ING. So, have to plus infinitive expresses obligation. You don't have a choice. You have to do it. Okay? So, an example here that we have, she has to train hard. Train is verb 0, which is infinitive. And this is obligation. You don't have a choice. You have to do it. The next example, if it is a question, you have to say, do you have to work at the weekend? Now notice that work is infinitive, verb 0. This is have to express obligation. And this is a question which is in the past, I have to use do. Okay, now let's write the question negative and past tense of have to. We have the first one is a question. You work late in your job.
teacher هون الauxiliary هو بيكون verb has
The
have.
auxiliary. Which one?
لا إنه هلأ بنطبق إنه بنقول does you to
Does
work
you?
do you
Ah,
do you
ah,
have to work?
exactly. Yeah, do is the auxiliary.
Not have.
Nope.
Okay.
Do, does, did are the auxiliaries. If you want to answer this kind of a question, you have to stick with the auxiliary. Absolutely, with the do, does, did. Okay, someone is coming. Let me check. Maisa. Okay, guys.
Okay.
So now we have a question. What shall I do? Or what shall I
Do you
write?
have to?
Bravo. Do you have to work? This is the infinitive of verb zero. Have to work late in your job. Know why?
No,
Work
I
late.
didn't have.
Yeah. What? The answer of this question.
Teacher, no, I
Mm.
don't
No,
have
I
to
don't
work.
have to. Thank you so much. No, I
مثلا
don't have to work.
don't لأنه في usually.
Exactly. Thank you. No, I don't have to work late. So this is have to.
Teacher, but I did have to work late yesterday.
But I what?
I did have to work.
Okay. Guys, notice that we have to write the question negative and the past tense. This is the question, and this is the negative, and now the past tense. So I have to say what?
I didn't.
Bravo. No, I didn't. Didn't what?
Have to work or had to
Bravo.
work.
Exactly. So no, but I didn't have to work late yesterday. We have yesterday, which is in the past. Have to.
Mister,
Yes,
I'm
Ryan.
confused. Because the negative of this answer, the first one, and we have but that mean we have a negative and positive answer. We can't use negative at the same time.
I don't know. Are you talking in the first one, which is a question?
Yes, do
Teacher,
you have to work
say-
late in your job? No, I don't have to. But I didn't have to also.
teacher, ما
Yes. What, guys, please, I need to understand what you said. Can you please complete the, repeat the question?
Mister, do you have to work late in your job?
Uh-huh.
And you have to answer.
Uh-huh.
Okay? One is a positive answer and one
One is a positive answer, and one is okay. So you mean, guys, that here we have negative, and here we have negative. So I cannot I cannot write here I didn't. I have to write it in the positive. This is what you meant, Ryan? Guys, oh my God, I have to apologize.
don't worry, mister. Mister, we can't hear you because we put the mute.
Guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't notice that I muted myself. Okay. I said that Ryan was right because we have to use the question in number 1, this is the question. 2, we have to use it in the negative form. This is not. And 3, we have to use the simple past, but of have to, but not in negative form, in positive one. So this is wrong. What is the correct one?
But I did have to work.
What? What is the simple
I-
past? What is the past of have to?
I
had to, exactly.
had to work late yesterday.
Yes, exactly. So I had to work. Yesterday, I had to work late. I'm sorry. Okay, guys. So I had to work. This is the past of have to. Okay, thank you so much. That's amazing. Now 3, white have to, don't have to, can and can't. Now, the possibility is to say can. Now, not possible.
Can't.
Yeah, bravo. Can't
Can.
or can't. Okay, now what about necessary?
Necessary. Have to.
Have to. I have to go. So have to. Now, not necessary,
Don't have.
don't have to. Exactly. So notice that with negative, I used the verb to do. Don't have to. Okay, guys?
Okay.
So this is it. Now I think it's the time just to discuss the next exercise. Now, guys, the next exercise is about a pronunciation. Let's listen to these sentences. What are the different pronunciations of have, has, and had? So notice number 1, guys, I have to say I have I have a good job. So notice that because I use the verb have as a position, I have to say have. But in using have with to, you have to say I have to. I have to work hard. I have to go. 2. It's the same if you want to use has alone, just to talk about position. You have to pronounce the S as Z. He has a nice camera. But if you want to use it with to, now you have to say she has to train a lot. It is the same with had. If you want to use it alone as a main verb, just to talk about position, you have to pronounce the D as D. We had a good time. But absolutely with to, you have to say we had to get up early. So let's listen to the difference between the verb to have. It is if it is used as just to talk about position, and using the have with to, the verb to have with to. It is 8.3. So let's start listening.
Tape script 8.3. Pronunciation. 1,
I have a good job. I have to work hard.
2,
He has a nice camera. She has to train a lot.
3.
3,
We had a good time. We had to get up early.
So this is the difference in using the verb to have as a main verb or position, or just to use it with to. Jamila, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Can you read the sentences again, please?
Yes, I can. I have a good job. I have to work hard.
Hmm,
He has a nice camera.
mhm.
She has to train a lot.
Amazing.
We had a good time. We had to get up early.
That's great. Thank you so much. Ryan, can you read the sentences, please?
Yes, mister. I have a good job. I have to work hard. He has a nice camera. She has to train a lot. We had a good time. We had to get up early.
Good job. Thank you so much, Ryan. Hiba, can you hear me?
Yes, teacher.
Please, can you read the sentences?
Okay. I have a good job. I have to work hard. He has a nice camera. She has to turn a lot. We had a good time. We had to get up early.
That's amazing. But how can I read this verb?
To train.
Train. Thank you so much. Okay, Maisa, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Please, can you read the sentences?
Okay. I have a good job. I have to work hard. He has a nice camera. She has to train a lot. We had a good time. We had to get up early.
Good job. Thank you so much, Maisa. So notice that we have this difference in the pronunciation again. If you want to use the verb to have as position or main verb, be careful if you want to use it with to. So now it's the time just to talk about exercise 2, which is talking about sports. Okay, now guys, these are the sports that we have in this box. Now, let's try to read them, absolutely to know the meanings, and then we have to do something about guessing the sport that you want to have in your mind. What is this?
Sailing. To
Hmm,
sail.
what
At
is
the
the...
sea.
Yeah, in the sea. Oh, amazing.
Swim. As swimming, like swimming,
Like swimming.
but
Yep.
using a boat.
A boat. Thank you so much. Golf.
Good.
I think you know the meaning of golf. Squash. Do you
What?
know the squash? Do you know this sport?
This type of a sport,
Yeah, but what kind of sport I'm talking about? Wait, I think I have to Google that just to show you the meaning of squash. Let me Google that. This is squash sport. Absolutely, I have to open the images just to check this out. So if you can see the images, guys, this is the squash sport. Okay, we notice that, guys, if you want to play tennis, absolutely, the stadium is going to be open. Okay, so this is the squash sport. Okay. Now, number 3. What is this?
Baseball.
Yes. What about this one?
Surfing.
Surfing هي ركوب الأمواج.
Exactly. Okay. So let me Google that just to have the full idea about this sport. So let me write now surfing. So this is it. I don't know if you have tried this sport before. So this is surfing. Okay, now let's go down to the next sport. What is this?
Athletics.
Yeah, athletics.
It's in the Olympics. They try this one.
Yes, amazing. That's it.
They use a long tube or
how many?
And they jump. They jump.
Only jump?
No, كمان